for some more DOE5. We're going to play some Troll King today, because, you know, you can't win without Mum. So let's go. First time that I'll try this on a higher difficulty. So far, I was only playing on lower difficulties, so that's gonna be quite an interesting trip. Okay. Well, I've only tried out this faction to some degree, and then the game was over before I did anything, so... Let's see. The one-man army. I think I'm going to leave that Goblin Rebel with him with a tree here. Let's see. They got forced stealth. Okay. And what about my big dude? I think he doesn't have forest stealth. No. Oh, but he does have acute senses. That's neat. Alright. Sweeping attack, regeneration, giant sized. Yeah. Just what you would expect from a good old giant troll. Now, the only question remains, do I take the goblins with me or not? They're quite bad. I mean, everything about the troll's basic units is horrible. So... Okay, that seems to be the wrong direction. Let's see where this will lead us. One rock troll for 50 gold, though. That's more what I would like to see. Okay, we are living in a strange little inlet. Got it. Well, that's the usual thing that I assumed when I saw that position. Okay. One slinger. That's really nothing to worry about. Whew, that's a lot of dwarves. I don't think that this would be a healthy idea. Or am I that strong? I somehow doubt it. Because dwarves, they have a really strong high maximum damage. And once they swarm me, this might be really bad. Let's not stress out my resilience here too much. Oh, one Etten. Ettins are really cool. They don't have regeneration. They have 2 attacks and a lot of HP. Well, like I have to sneak around that dwarf mound. Okay. Deers? Let's take down the deers. I mean... The troll does insane damage. But at the same time... Well, there's really not much around me here. Okay, finally the winter is over. I'll just proceed a bit here into this direction. I mean, I can't really afford another captain at this point. Aye, Maximus. Good day. Mom thinks her son should do better and send him a pot of gold. Thanks, Mom. That's motherly support, and I'm going to invest that by hiring myself a goblin chieftain. It's a good idea, but I need to center him for now. I would send him out there, he would immediately die. But okay. Now the Bakemono dude's disappeared. Now that's more like it. That doesn't have that many little dudes there. Alright, let's take that down. I'm pretty confident that I can't take this. Because I need iron. I really need iron. So we lost all the goblins, which was expectable once the first real fight happened. But I want to see how much they did hurt my troll. Yeah, that's the thing I assumed. The other location might work, but there's also a good chance that it won't work. So I'll rather not try it. So 11 of them dudes. Now I skipped out a movement. A Queen's Counselor. I think I'm deep down in the Dark Ages. Yeah. Independent dwarf queens. Oh shoot. That's not really good for me, but what can I do? Green ooze in the forests. My goodness. Dark Age is really brutal. Okay. At least I got myself 100 gold. That's a good thing. Let's take that, take back that hamlet. I'm pretty sure I will lose the coal mine pretty soon too, but it's gonna be okay. Let's see how this plays out. I still am very inexperienced with single giant units. But yeah, well, we're smacking them. House rubble. Okay. One hill giant for 100 gold. Buddy, come on over here. Hill giants have only one problem. They are no commanders. Besides that, they're awesome. Here we go. Now it's a two-man army. And I'll send the goblin commander into the hamlet for now. Oh boy. New player incoming! And it's another dwarf. Oh shoot. More dwarves. I don't like that. Alright, so... do I want to tackle that? Let's do this. Come on. Filthy dwarves. Let's look at that. This must be fun. So, two giant dudes smacking down little dudes. Just enjoying life and such. Okay, here we go. So, just wanted to make to give it a check how much damage my other guy took. Kraken. Okay. What is this place? I mean, there's such massive monsters everywhere. Okay, let's see what that Kraken did. Not too much, I think. Well, armor 3 on the Troll King. The Hill Giant has only armor 1, so he's way more susceptible. He's just a discount troll. Problem about trolls is they need lots of iron. I can't afford that right now, you know. So there's that friggin' silver mine. But honestly, let's take that ooze. And I want to give it a try. So how beaten up are we? Too beaten up for my taste. Okay, so I would try it if we were healthy, but we're not, so I won't. Another hill giant is for sale, but I don't see myself capable of taking that down. Oh, sheesh. There's so many freaking strong monsters here. Good. Thank God Mom is coming. So let's see how these moose... Ooh, that did hurt us a bit too much. My hill giant keeps being banged up quite hard. Oh, Mum is spawning directly next to me. Didn't expect that. So Mum is the troll witch, the old troll witch. She's insanely strong. She got lots of CC spells, and overall a similar resilience as her son. And don't get fooled by the cane. This does a ton of damage. Overall, I personally think that Mum is stronger than her son, because she can do magic and he doesn't. But that's an entirely different story. But most importantly, I can now gather fungi. forests. So we already discovered that they can deal with something like that. Oh my god, there's so many dwarves. Wow. They're literally everywhere. Disgusting. Okay. Now, Mum can do fungus magic. I can't plant a giant fungus. Let's check what that is. Immobile, defend its location and release spores on its enemies. Now that sounds cool. Forests, jungles, swamps, and caves. Jeez. Call the old forest. Oh yeah, that's once awakened, the forests will reanimate any corpses in them, and vengeful vegetation begins thriving in the forest. That sounds like such a wonderful spell. Okay. So this should grant me new units, and I could learn new stuff at the same time. Well, well. Let's see how that fight goes, though. Nah, we smashed them. I was attacked at a troll mine, too. So they... at a troll mine. At a coal mine. So they roamed on us, too. I mean, all those mines have one benefit for sure. We gain a lot of extra iron, which is very good for us. So, I want butter. Iron is what's making my units extra strong. Why was he red? Is he crazy? Somebody suffering from insanity? No. Okay. Just wanted to check. Okay, here's another one. But this looks like Mum could conquer that alone. But I'll rather take that iron mine defended by a couple of snakes, because that sounds even easier. Okay, now, wait a sec. I want to check this out. I want to see Mum in action. Enchanted Sleep. Summon Wolf. The Enchanted Sleep spell is quite brutal. And terrible. Wow, that's CC. And summons on top of that. Yep, way more of a one-man army, I'd say. Or a one-mum army. You know, she's even called Mum. That's what I refer to that so much, because I think it's hilarious. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure we can take the other iron mine here now, too. This should be possible. Worst case, I'll lose the giant. But no, didn't lose anything. Wonderful. Well, we're not quite capable of conquering the nest, though. So can I... oh yeah, I can grab those forests now for myself, too. That's good. Alright, let's smack some long deads. Oh yeah. AI enemy incoming. Alright. So, a runesmith. Rest in peace. A dwarf commander. Rest in peace. We are not going to tolerate short folk around here. No, no. Oh, so sad. I wish I had the necessary money. Okay. Smash in. There we go. I love it. I love that faction. It's one of my favorites. So, there's a swamp, but a monster snail and giant snails, I don't know. Now, that's where I'm making a run for it, honestly. If I had Mum with me, yes, but not like this. Speaking about which... so... hey Hades, welcome. Nice to see you. Let's fall back here first, and let's consider our options. I mean... a giant fungus won't help me too much here. I can now either learn something bigger or something smaller, but considering my budget, I would rather learn something smaller. Wither wood. Okay, now that's only something to counter wood dwellers. That was not really helpful for me. So probably I'm going to go for something bigger here. Okay, the dwarf player, though, just roams around here. He's not really eager to attack. So we're going to take down the ghoul here. Hello there, Mr. Barbarian Horde. Okay, now let's... Golden Nose. Reveals the location of one previously unknown mine. Wow, that's useless. Oh boy, that's a lot of Barbarian, though. So, 22 units. I'm not convinced that I'll be victorious if I attack them, so I'll just pass by. Sometimes it's smarter to fight later, especially now that I have so much iron at my disposal. So I'd say we're going to send Mum back home and grab some units. Troll King, Hades. I'm playing Troll King. So we're definitely going to smash these dudes, because that was one dumb move from the AI. And beyond that, I lose a lot of things here, but suddenly all of Veemon's units in the fairy circle disappeared. Ah, yeah, we had a fairy circle teleport thing. But let's check out the fight nevertheless. I want to check out how good this went, because I got no clue how close to dying my giants go here with so many ranged attackers. So the hill giant is really suffering from a lot of damage here. Quite surprised that he actually survived that. What does she cast the whole time? Swiftness, special effect, quickness. So, wind guide. Move fast in combat. Avoid about a quarter of all it takes. Okay, that's strong. This is just making the ranged attacks stronger. Okay, so swiftness is also adding up defenses. Good to know. And then we had a nice brawl with the other dudes there. So, a rock troll. I can't afford that, sadly. Rock trolls are cool. They are quite resilient. And they also have high resistances on top of the armor, but they don't have that much HP. But compared to that to a normal troll, well, normal troll doesn't have these massive resistances, but for now I'm going to take the discount troll here as well. But sadly, these aren't commanders either, so we'll have to do this like that. Okay, so we spawned somewhere out there. Oof. Okay. At least I can claim some forests, I guess. Now, with the second troll, I feel a lot safer, honestly. Plant Shadow Tree. What's that? Stealthy and will ambush any creature that enters its forest. Okay. So, seems like I am a lot about fortifying my turf against enemies invading me there. At least that seems to be Mum's specialty. Oh, I can... Oh! Oh, I had no clue! The Ancient Forest is actually a citadel for me. Okay, so we have to smack that. All of it. Oh, that came unexpected. So while we're here, let's just pick up an ogre. I hope they're not slow or something like that. They're mediocrely strong melee brawlers. Quite useful. Never played this game, but I have been watching your videos, and the game looks really fun. Yeah, it is. It is, totally. It's one of my favorite games that have popped up recently. And I only played COE 5, COE 3 a little bit, and I wasn't too happy with how everything worked there. And COE 5 is a nice evolution, but at the same time, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. There's a lot of things that need some are a little bit rough around the edges. Some mechanics are really very roguelike and very brutal, and, well, if you ever lost an entire army due to the fact that they were standing on a frozen lake, you know what I'm talking about. So, there's really some harsh punishments from the game, which actually feel rather bad if you're new to the game. Okay, so Mum doesn't use any specific direct summons. Okay, let's check out the lower things. Vision Brew, Scrying, okay. And then we have all the lesser things, okay. It's just like I expected. Her magic is not as directly involved in creating super large units. I mean, that would be too much. And, oh. Wait a sec. What the hell happened there? The giant Moro? Why did I die there? Troll King is no longer confused. Okay. Did I die due to confusion, I think? That doesn't make any bloody sense to me. But, whatever. Mum rules anyway. She was, I think in the end she was absolutely right that her useless son was not capable of ruling the this empire on his own. But that was really, really weird. But I know that sometimes confusion can even lead to the conversion of units, which means that the units fight for the enemy side afterwards. I mean, that is rather weird that my troll would succumb to a mushroom, but who knows, maybe that's what happened there. So we gotta call the old forest as soon as possible, I'd say. This doesn't look too good, honestly. But I always had severe trouble with playing the Dark Ages in general. And I found that this is one of the hardest times to play in. Strange mist has appeared, so we don't have any vision about anything. Okay, so call the old forest. Now, this is a troll forest. Now it will spawn things for me. Boom, crater. So, no, the mushroom just annihilated my dudes, and I have no clue why. Gotta accept that, I guess. Whatever. So, let's see if Mum ain't capable of tackling down that stuff here. Because honestly, yeah, the ogre did die. But the other people did die too. Mum did spam her summons a little bit much. Probably want to switch over to Fear instead. The summons aren't even as useful. Let's use Fear instead. I really like to CC my victims. Like a ton. Okay. Now we're going to get over to that mine and... oh well. Hey Maximus. Yeah, I love the game too. So, by the way, you said good morning. Is it morning over at your place? Because over here, it's late afternoon. Late afternoon. I was curious, you know. Ching. Okay, we ran into barbarians. Stealthy barbarians, I guess. But stealthy barbarians succumbed to chunky trolls. Mum now owns a Mirage Crystal. Let's look at that in detail. So, yeah. There goes Fear and Sleep and... oh boy. So regeneration sure is a scary ability. Judging from what I'm seeing here, I wouldn't have thought that we'd win this. But as a matter of fact, we did. And the troll ain't dead. But why? Okay, so Mum is a horrible fighter because she spends most of her turns with spells that don't deal damage. So she needs to be supplemented by a fighter. But obviously, the troll stood back up at the end of the fight. That's the only way I can explain it. So, constant mirror images. What's that? Okay. This sounds really powerful. Okay, now... what does the Old Forest thing now do again? So, their creatures will aid their creator in conquering the world and awakening more forests, okay? It's very cryptic all, you know? So let's plant a shadow tree here. So here we go. Okay, it's apart from its stealth, quite underwhelming. Lore-wise, it's really weird that my troll succumbed to a fungus creature, because at the end of the day, we are the masters of fungus stuff, so... well, I rather should not ponder too much about that, and instead try to conquer that ancient forest down there, because honestly, I think this would be one of my best approaches to get some power going. So, another instance of that strange mist. Okay. Fun. For me, at least. Okay, can I do this in ancient forests too? And I wonder what this will do in the long run, though. So, got no units here, and I ain't got enough money to hire a hill giant, but I got enough money for a forest troll. But that's only 32 HP. It's a real small troll. Do I want that? No. I'm going to pick up a real troll. There we go. Because Mum needs some frontline, you know. Forest giant. Now that would be awesome. This guy is even a commander. Oh, shoot. Why do they all want to have gold, though? Wish I could pay them in fungi. Now... let's plant a shadow tree here. I want this place defended. I still got so much extra fungus. I should now accumulate 600 units of that. And see what happens when I buff myself up. Do the big ritual of mastery. Wait a sec. One troll? Did I... oh, it just didn't look like I picked him up, eh? No. Whatever. Too bad. So... I'm so poor. That's really sad. AI enemies roaming up to the troll pit. I wonder if the Troll King is actually irreplaceable, or what's the deal now? So they got a hill giant? Traitor? The troll? The dwarves got a hill giant. Man. That's truly despicable. So let's grab that village and get some money. Okay, but there's dwarfening coming. 27 units, and they even got upgraded dwarves already. So I wouldn't be too surprised if I would die this this matchup early. because of that loss of my biggest commander. I think that might be a big weakness of this faction, that you are so effing reliant on your first commander. Oh yeah, go into a brawl with each other. I like that. My devil fungus got attacked. I didn't even know that I got a devil fungus. So yeah, troll forest. This means the more fungus I got, the more troll I can make these forests. I see. Yeah, carrion stalkers. Shadow tree? That's the one I planted, I know. So, but these were independents, okay. How annoying. I'll stay roaming here in this moment, because honestly, I have no real home. I just pretend like having a home. I just want to have those 600 fungi. How are the trolls? Quite complicated. I've lost the Troll King a pretty long while ago, and ever since I feel like I'm in a very stalling situation, and I've had not enough swamps in my vicinity. I've started up here, and there was not a single swamp up here. And swamps, that's what you want to have if you're fungus reliant. Now, the other players are way ahead of me, and, well, we're going to see. I'm doing these experimentation rounds, so... we're wiser afterwards what's powerful and what's not. Okay. Now, I'm really close to the 600, fungus that are necessary to promote Mum, so I don't want to blow her up and accidentally here. So, let's see. Use special power. Can only be cast in swamps and bogs. Gotcha. It's a good thing that I made it all the way down here. Summon Lindworm. Okay, and she's now an ancient troll. That's what I was hoping for. Summons a dragon-like monstrosity from the Ironwoods. The Lindworm is constantly surrounded by noxious fumes, and its breath is bile and death. Sounds black metal. So now I also got the Ancient Troll upgrade on her. So, Troll Magic level 3, Dread of Monsters. 100 Burst, Fear. Sheesh. Summon Wolf Pack. 1 to 16 wolves. Okay. Nice. I do like that. So, now the only question remains, how the hell am I supposed to gather up 1,000 fungi without getting destroyed? Well, by conquering forests, I'd say. So let's see how that plays out now. And she got that mirror image spell. I have no clue what that actually does, but I think it makes it harder to hit her. So Terra cost twice. Okay, so at this level she can cast 2 level 2 spells. I got it. Enchanted Sleep twice. Oh, shoosh. That's so strong. Look at these wolves. Okay. That's one thing that I learned, that these tier 3 upgrades are a massive power upgrade. It's absolutely crazy how much extra firepower you get. I mean, she can summon up to 40 wolves like that. Alright, now... let's try and keep going, I'd say. Thing is, I need 100 gold for the Lindworm, and 1,000 fungi. So I'll need to gather that up somehow. I mean, with that income of fungi, that ain't too hard. 8th summon sound, yeah, me too. Me too. Yeah, that's a lot of wolves to destroy, that's true. I was honestly surprised myself when I saw what happened there. So what's real fun about the Troll faction so far is that you're really just a walking one-man army. The actual downside to that is that a strange portal with guardians. Okay, whatever. The downside is that I really struggle with income right now, and everything is so friggin' costly. Their whole unit roster is really costly. It's one thing that I noticed. And since I'm now playing in the Dark Ages where income is rather hard to come by, I really do suffer a lot here. I'm not sure how this will play out. I mean, this is a higher difficulty after all, and I'm quite surprised that this hamlet over here stays mine all the time. I wouldn't have assumed that. So, oh shit. There's the barbarians, but they don't dare to attack Mum. Does that mean that I would have the upper hand in case of a fight? It really seems like I would, because they constantly avoid me. Well, the rainbow yields gold too. That's reassuring. Living in a world where rainbows yield gold. So I really got no clue if that's actually smart what I'm doing to rush towards just one summon like that. But I want to try it. I'm curious about what I will find at the end of my summoning tree. Okay, now we almost got it. They are capturing stuff. Nothing too surprising. Alright, I will have the fungi before I got the gold. That's tragic. Okay. Cloud Castle. Well, let's try that. I'm pretty convinced that we got good chances of just taking them down there. I lost a troll. Okay. But I gained a citadel. So I can replace that troll. But that would be not smart. Because I want to keep my gold. Okay, so that troll forest ain't a troll forest anymore. So good to know. When they get in there and destroy the guardians and stuff, the troll forest status will fall off of that area. So yeah, they took that sky castle now from me. I'll take it from them. Okay. Let's see how this will play out. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be good. Yeah. They just left one barbarian swordsman in there. Fools. Okay, summon Linnorm. Hi, Linnorm. So what's your story? Balder the Linnorm. Deep beneath the roots of a linden tree, one can sometimes find a small reptile looking somewhere between a lizard and a snake. Okay. The Linnorm will never stop growing. Okay, so it's a small lizard and it won't ever grow. I won't ever stop growing. Many a noble has been devoured by an overgrown Linnorm when they can no longer feed it. So that's, I know that story from a movie, but I don't know how that movie was called again. The Little Shop of Horrors? I think that was the thing. The only one known to have dominated a fully grown Linnorm is the mother of the Troll King, possibly by poisoning it with a mushroom brew. Okay, so what do we have here? We got Cute Senses, Poison Resist, Fear, Poison Aura, and Giant Sized. Poison Breath, those attacks are really dangerous too, because you will suffer all three of them if that thing gets close to you. Yeah, me likes. All right. So Linnorm is Linnorm is actually a thing which I could send autonomously. Now, I got no clue. What did I run into? Well, let's make that a joint fight. Oh! We just ate the Barbarian faction. Hooray! Yeah, that's a good way of just seeing it, Abyss Strider. But I mean, this also means that when you have only a few really strong units, you also have to take care to choose your battles carefully, because with factions that are, unlike the Troll faction, comprised out of more small units and with more income and such, you can lose an army to soften up the enemies and stuff like that. Factions like these, they don't take it easily. They can't just go with strategies of, well, calculated losses, let's call it like that. So, what's going on there? That yellow faction is looking huge. Ah, it's hobbits, that's why. Okay, use special power. Let's learn something else. Summon Orm. Oh boy. We can summon even more. So this faction has its summons locked behind the highest tier. That's quite brutal. This also means that I really got the feeling as if it might be actually a smart choice to rush towards the tier 3 and ignore those low-level spells. Seriously, what's that tree good for? If a couple of ants can chew it down. Bloody tree. Okay, so we're going to summon ourselves an Orm. Why not? So big beefy monsters. That's the big motto of this faction. I love it. At the same time, it is quite challenging to play, honestly. I think the Troll Forest enchantment is really good. I think the mushroom summoning and the tree summoning are debatable. It really should depend on your enemies, as far as I've seen things. Okay. So they are... Oh, I can only take that in Swamps and Bogs. I wonder what kind of extra rituals there are still left to discover. We'll find out. Boom. She found a Morning Star of Strength. We actually should give that to somebody who's appreciating that a wee bit more. Like this dude, Morning Star of Strength. Quite an upgrade. They're the Great Club 1 to 7, the Morning Star of Strength 1 to 10. Better. A wee bit better. Okay. There's still a lot of fighting going on around here, and if I ever want to dominate the world, I'll have to be a little bit more mobile, and I need more commanders and such. But commanders do cost money, and money is that one thing I don't have too much. Okay. Let's take him down. Alright, I lost my trolls, but the Norm did last. So, yeah, this one. But that was a friggin' Elder Runesmith, so these guys were top-notch Dwarven soldiers. This could have been actually the strongest army from the Dwarven player that I just toppled there. With some luck, we destroyed them. Goblin Murderer. Dagger of Filth. Okay. Interesting. Now, really just in an experimentation run here, quite honestly. Because this, well... If I would have wanted to dominate easier, I should have actually reset that game when I lost my Troll King. Because the moment I lost the Troll King, I lost my second commander, and that really set me back a horrible amount. And I think that's one crucial thing that should not ever happen. Because like I notice here right now, there seems to be no replacement for the Troll King. If you lose him, you lost him. I mean, that's just fair enough. That unit is massive. But I wonder if that means that if you lose the Ancient Troll, that you've lost all your special units. Because that would be a massive drawback of that faction. Orm. Now, Orm ain't a commander, isn't it? No. The Orm is a giant snake. I already know these. They're, well, honestly, the Linnorm is a way stronger unit than the Orm. But then again, well, I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to separate these armies, because the Linnorm is actually really capable of taking care of itself. It might not have regeneration, but it's quite massive after all. And I really need to conquer a little bit faster. Hi.
I can barely see you here.
So,
hi everyone. I'm tired, sorry.
The giant danger noodles. Hi Deco, welcome. Let's discover the last ritual of mastery here. Just so that I have wasted my entire run with debatable choices. But it is really important for me to know what my entirety of options actually is for this faction. This does mean so much in terms of decision making. Because knowing that all the big summons are behind the last tier, and everything before that is more like utility spells for that faction, is already a very, very valuable knowledge, which really will help me a ton with my future decisions. So, there we go. Now, let's get into the swamp and ponder about the mastery of things. Stygian Bath. Okay. Invulnerability to ordinary weapons. Ow. Okay. So, sure. That's brutal. Considering how powerful trolls are in general, put that on your Troll King, and you sure got yourself a nice one-man army. Okay. So let's do some other fun things and spread some old wood here, old forest here, because I'm growing tired of all these invaders. Volcano. Hi there. It's the first volcano I'm discovering. A hill giant. Okay, beautiful. So things that I wanted to try out the whole time. Old forest, doable on ancient forest tiles too. Good. It's important to know. Okay. I'm not going to attack the volcano, but there's a transfer icon, so I assume that you can enter the elemental planes through the volcano. It would make perfect sense if you ask me, but it's also quite a scary thought. Don't you agree? So let's check out these wolfkins and all these things. So wolfkin reaver, melee melee, melee melee. So fast melee units. There's a lot of forest stealth going on in the roster of the trolls. That might be something we could use in the future too. Alright. Now let's take that town again. And from here on, I want to spread the trollness of this area a little bit more. I mean, we actually managed to take down an entire AI enemy already, so there's still one more to learn. I'm too curious. Cares about spreading the old forest. The dead in the gold mine have risen from their graves. How dare they? I don't even know what gold mine they're talking about. So that's the last one now. Clamor and clang. Deep under the ground below the Troll King's pit, the very ground rumbles with the snoring of a sleeping giant. For centuries, no troll has dared to disturb the sleep of the one known as Grams. Well aware that should the ancient troll be rudely awakened, he would smack ever-present troll in the face. Okay. So, tribe of loudmouthed goblins to a great feast in the goblin pit, giving them plates and spoons and telling them that the one who bangs the loudest will get the first serving of a troll stew cooking. Okay, so we have a mission now, so we need 100 goblins, and the rest will be Grams. So that's 15 goblins per turn. I need to summon the grandfather's troll. I need to do that. Way too important. Okay. So we're allocating all manner of weird units now here in that square. Okay, good stuff. So tactics. Mum will now do her pilgrimage up to the troll pit, and we're going to recruit as many goblins as possible. While we're doing this, I'm going to use my Linnorm to conquer as many gold-yielding tiles as possible, because we need money. I'm really curious to see Grams. I actually love the humor of this game so much, because there's just a really subtle sense of humor beneath that whole game. Okay. So I think I'm going to transform this next old forest here into a troll forest too. This should help us. So we're at 45 goblins. Okay, halfway there. Now call the old forest. Can we take that down? Yeah, I think so. Goldstream, Piccaneers, go away. So the dwarves are looking at the Linnorm up close, and it seems like they're considering their chances. I won't give them any chances on that. This unit is way too important for my survival. So I won't be gambling here in any way. That gold mine, though. Oh, look! There's a Tartarian spirit from the random faction. In case you've never encountered these yet, They were literally made in hell, and they should stay there. My wife and me were playing right now a game where one enemy got one of those, and we're just we're playing. We're running in circles.
Basically lost.
We lost against that thing. Hundreds of units died. Oh, my Orm died. My beautiful pet died. Okay, I'm faster now. That's okay. I got that huge gold mine now, too. For a moment, that is. Pretty sure I can't keep it. So, let's... let's wait here. Okay. Just like I hoped, the dwarves were taking the bait. There's another silver mine. Dwarves are literally spawning everywhere in this world. So, 13 units. Let's see if I'm overestimating my powers here. No, I didn't. Mum just killed them all. Oh yeah, this is a good corner here. We can just conquer a little bit of the area here. But I'm now going to make a run for it. Because I honestly don't want to be around here.
You're welcome.
So thanks for the follow, W Slayer. Thanks. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stay. Okay. The Lindworm did eat a couple of small spiders. Poor thing. Look at this huge beast. A diet of small spiders really sounds very, very cruel for such a majestic beast. Talking about majestic beasts, there's a lot of majestic beasts around me. My goodness. Let's take the path through these monsters. So the ancient times are truly an interesting era, because it seems to be absolutely impossible to keep the independence somehow under control. I mean, I got a hard time navigating Mum back into the home area, so... because there's just so many independents moving around there, it's insane. And we're being attacked by a wild pack of dwarves who thought a lone old troll woman would be easy prey. They were wrong. Meanwhile, in this dwarven mine, 137 dwarves are dwelling, and I really think it needs Gramps to clean up this place. I'm very, very concerned, though, that Mum gets eaten by a couple of dwarfs. I'm pretty sure they do something like that. Dwarfs are despicable creatures, believe me. I played them, I gotta know. So, meanwhile my Lindworm is roaming around the world, and I got the 100 necessary goblins to summon Gramps. Okay, that's good. Let's see what happens. I hope the world will end when I do this. It will, but the world of my enemies shall end. I'd be okay with that. If not, I'm just going to summon myself a new Orm or a Lindworm. Let's see. Okay, Clamor and Clang. Hi, Gramps. What's up with you? Gramps, the ageless troll. He has 3 levels of hedge magic. That's brutal. He's a deep sleeper, almost impossible to wake up from its sleep. Any damage below this amount in a single strike might fail to wake up, so he's susceptible to sleep, but good luck beating that magic resistance. So regeneration, giant-sized, swamp-moved, cute senses. So basically, Arcane Tempest only affects enemy units, enemy tree, Stormwind, Plague. What a nice little guy. Okay, so Gramps, it's time to do what your grandson was not capable of doing. Does he have actually special abilities? I haven't even looked it up. So Mum will now stay a bit here. So yeah, Gramps can actually do exactly the same things Mum can do. So that's pretty brutal. Still not daring to attack that huge silver mine down there. Okay, let's look at Gramps in action. Okay, that Stormwind spell hit everybody on the field, and, well, he is suffering from quite some damage, though. It would be more effective if we would just decide to smack them directly, honestly. The AI is not using the skills of that dude too smartly, actually. Too bad. I'd say we'll save up our fungi and summon something to accompany him. Wait a sec. We could already do something. Okay. It's a really, really odd faction that we got here. It's a really, really odd faction. We're so hungry and dependent from extra metal, though. I see that as one of the biggest downsides of the troll faction. Because as powerful as everything might be, the moment I fell away from the iron income, I really lost a lot there. Bathing trolls is a good idea. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I think once we did the Stygian bath thing, I should be easily capable of soloing a lot. Thanks for reminding me of that, Slayer. So, Linworm ate a couple of dudes. Ageless Troll, Ancient Troll, Dwarf Commanders, destroyed my premises down here. Yeah, so here the Ancient Troll Forest is working as intended. I love it. 145 of those. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to save up our fungi and bathe the troll. Wonderful idea. Because, you know, they are even better when they are washed. Hard to believe, but it is like that. Now, let's take that with him. And conquer more lands. The only thing there is that this bathing ritual costs you 1,500 fungi, so that's a lot. What a strange faction this is. You have single units that are just so mighty, but at the same time you really struggle accumulating a real army or anything like that. It's really, really weird. Gotta admit, one of the strangest factions I've played so far, but it's fun. It's actually really fun. Did I just lose? Did I just kill my mage here? Yes, I did. No, not Mum. So these dwarfs are really, really powerful. Got it. Now he has to study his bathing rituals alone. That's okay. I think I did now enough mistakes to have learned what I need to learn about this faction. So, of course, we learn what we want to learn as the last part there. Too bad. But the biggest downside I've discovered so far is definitely that if you lose one of your rather unique units, you lost them for good. Gramps is the only unit that you can recover, as a matter of fact. And I don't know what would happen if I would lose all of these at or I don't know. If I then would receive a new Troll King or anything. I highly doubt it somehow. And I do think that this was a grave mistake to lose my unit there just like that. And there was a yellow player hanging around there. How dare he? Okay. So basically all I want to do for this match is now only try out how the Stygian Bath works on Gramps, and then roam around a little bit, have some fun with that, and accept defeat afterwards. Because I did too many mistakes here. And, well, okay, that's not entirely true. I could fix up most of these mistakes that have happened so far, but I'd rather take a fresh approach with all that knowledge, you know. Because my enemies escalated like crazy around me. So how about putting the Lindworm and Grams together, though? Sounds like a great idea. Although then I would have only one commander, so I won't do that. Only if necessary, so I'm going to stack them up together like that to keep them safe. Alright. Get back to the ancient forests. Overall, there was one movement point wasted there. Overall, I'm quite surprised about the fact how weak the protection spells felt so far. Maybe I need to spam more Awaken the Old Forest the next time, closer to each other. Because honestly, I think that 150 fungi are a really, really cheap cost for what you receive in return. Okay, there we go. Carrion Stalker killed one deer. Unreliable rabble. Okay, now, Stygian Bath. Select target unit. Boom. Now, we are officially invulnerable, non-magical invulnerable. Cannot be harmed by slash, pierce, or blunt damage unless it's magical. Okay, now, let's see how far we can take that. These dudes, they got extra damages. We're not going to mess around with them. They're strongly upgraded dwarves, but I want to try if I'm capable of taking that mine up there, the neutral one. Because I got the slight feeling as if that should be not a problem at all. Because they ain't got no magical attacks there. Okay, there we go. So, most surprisingly, the most important resource for the troll faction is iron. It's way more important than I thought. Because without iron, you'll be not capable of doing too much here, in general. The best units you can hire cost you a lot of iron, all the time. The best trolls you can hire cost you a lot of iron. On top of that, of course, gold. But iron is actually way more important than the gold. Ish, but you know what I mean. It's way easier to get 50 gold than to get 50 iron. And that one rock troll unit costs a tremendous amount of iron. And only 50 gold. Alright, let's go, Gramps. I believe in you. Probably. This was a really bad idea. Pretty sure it was a bad idea. For them! Oh boy. But yeah, that's one invulnerable troll. All those attacks don't do anything to him. That's sick. That's truly sick. Okay. It took me way too long to get to this point, so if you know what you're doing, you can rush that way harder. And that massive AoE, which wounds everybody, pretty nifty. Oh, what an unpleasant noise. This game has so many really unpleasant noises. That's something the dev could have worked on. Let's see if we can change something about that. You see, that's I also got the feeling as if the sound settings were not properly reacting to these things, because for some reason I keep having the impression that I hear everything on full volume there. Okay, so Gramps the invulnerable troll. Sick. Sure, this trick doesn't work against magical units, but let's see how good it works against elite dwarves. Not at all. Let's see how many of them died before they took down Gramps. Not too many. Yeah, sure. Flamebrand. I mean, trolls have a vulnerability against flames, and just wanted to see what happens. Since I didn't, since I'm not even remotely really trying anymore to win, because I want to try out one thing: what happens if you don't have any trolls anymore? That was one other thing that really wondered me. So forest troll gets beaten down by 2 bears. What a sorry forest troll. Okay. But it seems to me like I thought that you just don't get anything back. It's just the end of your trollness. You only get such discount trolls here, but no real troll commanders anymore. So if that happens, you have to work with your humanoid units, which means goblins. Have fun. Right. So the Linorm did took down all the hop marks, though. Wow. Powerful thing it is. But yeah, I'd say that's the end of this round. So we'd need to restart that. But I think, all in all, this gave you a really good overview and impression about what these things are capable of. And I think over here it's dinner time quite soonish. Don't get a clear answer here. But whatever it might be.
We have at least another 20 minutes.
20 minutes, well. We're going to log off here anyways, because 20 minutes won't get us too far. And I'm not too sure if I really want to stay with this faction. I really need to wrap my head around the playstyle there a bit. Because, well, that certainly didn't work out as I did. And yeah. I'm going to come back streaming later tonight, around something to 4 to 5 hours. And thanks for everybody watching here so far. Feel free to drop a follow if you haven't done so already. And I'll just drop the social media here. And I hope, or I would be happy to see you guys later as well. Bye-bye, everybody!